Cars, investments, luxury properties. These are some of the most insanely expensive things LeBron James owns. LeBron James is GOATed on and off the court because only the GOAT would pull up to an NBA Finals game wearing an outfit costing more than $46,000. One outfit, my guy? This man pulls up to Game 1 of the 2018 NBA Finals wearing an outfit that costs well over $5,000. Not to forget, the most expensive part of this fit was his $41,000 gray alligator bag from designer Tom Brown that was imported from Italy. Damn, sorry Florida, your gators just aren't fancy enough for the king. Oh, and since we're talking fancy, you see that neat little watch on his wrist? Yeah, that's a rare Audemars Piguet watch. Only 1,500 of them were even made. See, over the years, LeBron has been photographed wearing some serious ice on his wrist. The crown jewel of his collection, though, is his Richard Mille that retails at over $320,000, and it doesn't even have batteries. Could you imagine spending $30, let alone $300,000 on a watch that isn't even battery powered? I mean, the watch does power itself through the wearer's physical movement, but that's neither here nor there. So LeBron's basically at 2050 at this point. On top of this, he owns several Rolexes, but one of his most popular Rolexes is the Rolex Day-Date 2, which retails at over $40,000. And you would have seen him wearing it during the 2016 championship parade in Cleveland. Now, rolling on over to his shiny wheels, this man already has 15 cars, valued at over $2.5 million. You see, on LeBron's 25th birthday, he bought himself a Ferrari 599, worth over $165,000. The sheer definition of treat yourself. Not only did he treat himself, but he was treated as well, because he was gifted a Rolls-Royce Phantom from none other than four-time NBA champion and good friend Shaquille O'Neal. I wish my friends liked me enough to gift me something like that, because that car costs over $450,000, almost $500,000. But I guess a man can dream. However, since LeBron, who can actually turn any of his dreams into reality, managed to cop himself a Lamborghini Aventador Roadster, this car had a hefty price tag, coming in at $670,000. And of course, you know the king had to have a custom paint job inspired by his Nike LeBron X1 Everglades shoe. And now that's a car that will catch your attention. And if this is how he's driving, just imagine how he must be living. LeBron currently lives in a lavish 13,000 square foot mansion with a 9,000 square foot front courtyard that sits on a total area of 2.5 acres. Can you imagine living here and only having a family of 5? But the king loves to live his life in style, so of course it's worth well over $38.6 million. Since becoming a Laker, he moved over to his massive estate in Beverly Hills from Ohio after he signed his $154 million contract with the Lakers in 2018. Now, get this. This place has 4 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 2 guest houses, along with a tennis court and movie theater. But home will always be home. LeBron James' home in Ohio, purchased back during the year he was drafted in 2003, is definitely nothing to sneeze at either. And in the years following, he added on another 30,000 square feet onto the mansion, which sits on 7 acres. Now this one has 19 rooms in total, including a bowling alley, a recording studio, a home theater, a sports bar, an aquarium, and get this, a barber shop. I mean, now that I think about it, of course he would have a personal barbershop. I want a personal barbershop. This man is living the life. All in all, after purchasing the home for $2.1 million, and with all these improvements, his Ohio residence is now worth over $9 million. We know the cost of his cars, his watches, and where he lays his head, but how much does LeBron spend on LeBron? It has been well documented that he loves investing in himself. This man takes the term, "your body is your temple," quite literally. See, LeBron spends $1.5 million on his body every year. Yes, there is a price to being the best. James is also very particular about things such as optimal blood circulation and muscle recovery. He was one of the first athletes to use a hyperbaric chamber to increase oxygen levels and enhance his mental acuity. I went and did the liberty of checking how much one of these hyperbolic time chambers costs, and the ones I found were a hefty $40,000 to $100,000. God damn! Looks like I'll be taking regular ice baths from now on. This man really has a whole team working for him, like a personal chef, trainers, a masseuse, plus a nutritionist, all fully dedicated and invested into keeping LeBron at his peak optimal performance. But speaking of investments, although James is best known for his skills on the court, he's just as skilled off. He is the top earning player in NBA history. But most of his income, though, comes from endorsements. Imagine making hundreds of millions on the court and making more off of it. So back in 2011, he made one of the most beneficial investments to date and bought a 2% stake of Liverpool FC.
With NBA star Lebron James becoming part of their ownership group after investing in Liverpool's owners Fenway Sports Group.
At the time, worth a light $6.5 million, but now that measly 2% is worth roughly $52 million. Yo, talk about a return on your investment. And of course, that wasn't enough, because why just invest in one when you can get two? It's currently unclear how big of a stake James is taking, so he acquired 1% of the Boston Red Sox in 2021. Of roughly $7.35 billion. James and business partner Maverick Carter will be buying in for just over $70 million. The investment is more than promising for the pair, as MLB valuations have skyrocketed from $523 million on average to $1.85 billion in the past 10 years. This man is a jack of all trades. Oh yeah, he also has his own production company, Spring Hill Entertainment, which was valued at $725 million. Now, we know LeBron didn't have the best upbringing, and we all know LeBron loves the kids. So back in 2018, he invested $2 million into his I Promise school in Akron, Ohio, so that the kids of this generation can have the opportunities that he sorely lacked back when he was growing up. And also, back in 2012, LeBron invested $1 million into a pizza company, but not just any pizza company, Blaze Pizza. And his investment, that $1 million, has now grown to $35 million in 10 years. Look, I'm gonna have to figure out what type of budgeting I gotta do to start living like this for real. But if I had a net worth of over $800 million, I wouldn't live any different. All right, this has been Triple Double's take on the most insanely expensive things that LeBron James owns. Be sure to like the video and hit the subscribe button for more. We're coming with videos every single week.